This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What time is it now? Let's take a look at this. 5:11 a.m. Sunrise is expected to be about 5:24 today. So we're out just before sunrise happens. So what am I riding? I am riding the Euphree Stellar Falcon 2. Yeah, I figured I'd take it out, see how it does. We got the headlights on. I don't know if you can see that in the front there, but it is on. I've got everything on. It's a little chilly right now, 64 degrees. Yep, I've got a sweatshirt on. I got my safety vest on. I've got my X-Needle helmet on. I've got the lights on the X-Needle helmet on. Got my gloves on, got long pants on. Got everything on. So what am I doing out so early? Well, I was up. We figured, hey, let's see how it is early in the morning. Tom at Costco goes out early in the morning, so hey, I figured I'd give it a try. It is kind of cold. Yeah, it's gonna get warmer today, of course. And then next week, it's gonna be in the 90s. So I figured, hey, let's go out, see how it does in the early morning hours. Let's pedal a little bit here. Let me get some gears up there. What am I up now? I'm at 7 out of 8 right now. Let's see. We were on tour mode. Yeah, for the pedal assist. Well, we're doing about 18.5 miles an hour, give or take, on tour mode. We are on torque sensor right now. Yeah, we're just gonna ride the neighborhoods. They're not gonna go anywhere crazy. We'll just ride around. Now, I do have something new that's on the bike. Yeah, I have the new Euphree chain around the seat post. Yeah, if I wanted to lock up the bike, I can do that. Yeah, they sent me a new chain that's a combination lock. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I was thinking, where am I gonna put it? I never really lock up my bike anywhere because I'm always on the bike. I said, well, I'll put it on the Stellar Falcon. If I'm gonna take anything to go further, I'd probably take this bike anyway. Yeah, Stellar Falcon does a really good job. I mean, I've had it for a while. I've had the Stellar Falcon 1. This is the Stellar Falcon 2. By the way, the Stellar Falcon 1 is still with me. It's on sale. If anyone wants it, check the russisright.com website. That'll bring you to russisright.blogspot.com. It's on a really special price right now for anyone that wants it. And I'm giving away a free rear basket with it too. Let's lower the gears a little bit there. Yeah, I won't tell you the price. You're gonna have to go and check it if you want it. That's the red one. Yeah, it's a mid-step version, the red one, version 1. Anyway, Stellar Falcon has been getting some notoriety. Yeah, people have been looking at the bike and making comments on it, and they're all kind of impressed with it and everything, and reviews have been coming out, not just from me, but from others as well, and everyone is giving it very high marks. Well, that's not unexpected. We kind of knew that it would. So, yeah, check out the Stellar Falcons in general. Oh, let me turn this alarm off here. I have let's turn. Oh, it already shut itself down. Okay. How did that do that by itself? I don't know. I set an alarm to get up. Well, I was already up. It doesn't really matter. I'm up already. Well, the sun is starting to come out. I can see it already. What time is it now? 5:15. Technically, I guess sunrise doesn't happen until 5:24. But if you look out above, let me angle up a little bit here for you. Kind of sit up a little straighter. You see above there, it's nice and orange up there. Yeah, it's going to get brighter. I mean, when I started out this ride, before I even turned the camera on, I could see the headlight on the ground pretty well. Angle it a little bit more. Now I'm just barely seeing it now because the sun is starting to come out. Yeah, to turn on the headlight on a lot of these bikes, all you do is you push and hold the up button on your pedal assist level controls. Yeah, that'll do it. Here, let me show you something here. Let me show you the chain that they sent me. We'll just pull off over here. Let's get off. Ugh. Let me show you what I did here. There's the bike. Here's the chain. Yeah, it's a combination lock thing. Let me not show you that. Let me let me unlock it first. Let's pull it open here. Okay, so here's the chain. You can see it. It says Euphree on here. Let's get the name on here properly. Yeah, see, it says Euphree, and then there's a combo lock thing here that you pull this open. Let me set the combo again here so I can open it up for you. So this part pulls open. Can you guys see that? And this chain part, without showing you my combination here, goes in here. All right, let's do that again. Straighten this chain out a little bit. Trying to do this while it's on my chest. You push this on here. You pull this open, push it in there, close this up, and then change the combination, and it'll lock it in place. Okay. When you want to do it, you change the combination up here, pull this open, and then pull it out. It's a heavy-duty chain for sure. Let me wrap it around again. So if you're looking for something to bring with you, change the combination there. All right. So here's what it looks like when it's on there. Yeah. So if you're looking for something to bring with you, that might be something that's worthwhile considering. Yeah, it adds a little bit of weight, right? Because the chain is pretty heavy. Let's hop off this curb. Yeah, I have to tighten up my handlebar stem. I tightened it up a little bit today, but I guess I didn't tighten it up enough. I don't have the tools with me, so I have to do that when I get back. But yeah, get a chain if you're looking for it. There's a affiliate link in my description of the video. You can get to there and take a look at all their accessories. They got quite a bit of things. So, anyway, that's new. They also gave me something for my Solar Sparrow. They gave me a kind of a seat riser. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to put that on yet. I apologize to Euphree for not getting to it. I've been stuck in various projects this year, as you know. And, well, you don't know because I haven't told you what the project is. I'll explain it to Euphree. They'll understand it more once I explain it, but I'm not telling the general public at this point about what I'm actually doing. So anyway, I might down the road. So anyways, they sent me this this thing that goes onto the bottom of your saddle to raise the height of the saddle. That's because, you know, the Euphree bikes have a Suntour seat post on there. The what's it, NCX? Is that the numbers? I keep forgetting the letters. They have a seat post on there, which is a suspension seat post. So unless you change out the entire suspension seat post, you know, how do you raise the saddle height? So they gave me this thing that attaches to it. I haven't had the time to even put that on there. Yeah, I'm sorry, Euphree. I'm behind on everything at this point. I will get to it one day. Raise the height of that Solar Sparrow chain bike. Yeah, solar spiral chain is actually good for riders of a certain height, and of course I could ride it too. It's just that I like an extremely long leg extension when I'm riding my bikes, when I'm pedaling, and so it's a little bit shorter than I prefer, by about an inch or two. That might actually raise it, what they sent me. I don't know if they sell that or not. I got to check their website. And yeah, let's turn here. We don't have to go all the way down that way. And so yeah, they sent that to me and they said, try this, see if this helps you. Well, I hope it does. I mean, the solar spiral chain is actually not a bad bike at all. It's actually pretty nice, in fact. But I don't know if you saw that, but over on my right side, some guy had, you know, they have those skeleton things, really tall skeletons for Halloween. Somebody took that skeleton, put an Uncle Sam on him. Says celebrating 250 years. Okay, I guess that's creative use of your Halloween decorations, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he was my neighbor, I don't know if I would like that. Skeleton all year round on outside, decorate them up with different things like Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam. What is the history of Uncle Sam, by the way? You guys know? Put a comment, let me know. How do we get a character named Uncle Sam? How did that come about? When did that happen? Somebody Google it, let me know. Let's turn back here. Yeah, sun's coming out. I mean, it's getting to the point now I can barely see the headlight. I mean, people coming towards me, cars coming towards me will be able to see the headlight. But I'm barely seeing it on the ground now because the sun is coming up. There's nobody on the road. Yeah, hitting the stops on the stop sign is kind of ridiculous. But, you know, I still slow down and look a little bit. Let's pedal a little bit here. Now you might notice a lot of times I don't actually, on my right hand, I don't actually grip the handlebar like a lot of people do. I tend to leave my thumb up here. That's because the trigger shifters are here. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, you don't really have the best grip if your thumb is up here, but it's accessible for me. Now I do grip the left hand unless I'm throttling, you know. Sometimes I'll have both thumbs up here, but otherwise, you'll see a lot of times I'll grip the left hand fully, but the right hand never seems to grip it. It's always accessible for changing of the gears, even though I don't change the gears all that much. Now look ahead, that's a coyote. That is not a dog. It's running across. Did you guys see that? Yeah. Let me look here. Yeah, he's still running there. He just ran into somebody's backyard. That is a coyote. We do have coyotes out here. That is not a dog. Kind of looks like a German Shepherd though, doesn't it? Yeah, you gotta be careful. I don't know if a coyote would chase a bike. It might. Yeah. It might. Probably outrun you too. This is why sometimes you want 28 miles per hour. I've unlocked this to 28. So technically we should be on class 2 out here, but you know, sometimes you kind of need it. You know, emergency situation like that. What do you think? Put a comment. If you saw a coyote, would it chase you? Well, even if it wasn't a coyote, if it was just a dog running around and trying to chase you, wouldn't you want to go 28? Keep going at 28 until it tires out the dog as it's nipping at your wheels. I was chased once by a dog. I was a kid. I was probably like in 5th grade or something like that. We went to Wrigley Field. We didn't live too far from that general area. We went to Wrigley Field, baseball, right? Just to ride around there, my brother and me, 2 kids on the bikes. Then a German Shepherd came out and started chasing me. We ended up splitting up, and then I cut in front of a car. Car kind of honked a horn at it, and it scared off the dog. But man, that was scary as a kid. We chased. I had a Huffy Well, it would be similar to the Schwinn Stingray type bikes. Yeah, you know, the banana seat with the sissy bar. I had a banana seat and a sissy bar on it. I had that kind of bike as I'm riding. We can't ride really fast on that, as you know, and as a kid, how fast could I go? So that thing chased me for a little bit, and then the car scared it off. I cut in front of it. I think it almost hit the dog. He honked the horn that scared it off for me, and yeah, then it just went off on its own. But yeah, let me know if you've ever been chased by a dog or some other animal. It is a scary thing. At one time, I actually had pepper spray with me. Some people have mentioned it before. It says, why do you have pepper spray? I don't know if it does anything to dogs, but you never can tell. You might need something like pepper spray. You run into some unsavory characters, you know. Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. I had that on my original first bike that I had. I was looking at the squirrel running up the tree. A lot of wildlife out here, you know. Squirrels are all over the place. The only thing with squirrels is that sometimes they run out in front of you. Let's turn here. And that could be a hassle. You don't want to run them over. I've had squirrels run out in front of me, rabbits run out in front of me. If I had snakes run out in front of me here too. I was on the Forest Preserve bike path, and it was just crossing the bike path a couple times. I've had turtles, snapping turtles cross by. I've had deer cross by. Yeah, you see a lot of things when you're on a bike. Stellar Falcon, yeah, it's doing good. Stellar Falcon is one of my more favored bikes. You know, they call it the SUV of bikes. That's a term everybody's using nowadays. Is that what Euphree calls it too? Do they call it an SUV? I think they do. I think they do. Sports utility vehicle. Well, I guess it is technically, but you know, that term first came out for cars. They just kind of adopted it for bikes too. Where are we going here? Let's go this way. Is there anything down this way? Who knows? There's nobody on the road, man. This early in the morning, it's on a Saturday that I'm riding out here. Although I did smell some barbecue, so somebody's doing an overnight smoke. I know, because I have smokers. Yeah, I have smokers too. You know, it's probably doing some pulled pork and running it all night long or something. Yep. How do you think your neighbors think about that? Smelling that all night long. Well, the thing is, most of them probably have their windows closed. Well, I don't know. It's cool enough you could have your windows open, but then you'd be smelling the smoke. What do you think about that? They have their air conditioner running, but you know, it's cool enough right now. Not next week. It's going to be in the 90s, mid-90s next week. Forget that, man. So I got out early. I said, let's do an early morning ride. See the sun come out. Yeah, see, it's gotten a lot brighter. How's it look on the screen for you guys? Let me know if you take early morning rides like this. You know, how early in the morning do you get out? Do you get out before the sun rises? I mean, I just got out just a little bit before the sun started to come out. Do you do nighttime rides? Let me know that too. What's your experience been? Now, is this thing bright enough? I don't know. I have brighter lights than this. I mean, this thing's decent, but I think some of the external headlights that you can buy are brighter. Yeah, you know, they cost more too, right? I have lights that are $30, $40. I haven't put them on a lot of the bikes. I bought all this stuff early on when I first got an e-bike. That's over 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, maybe, something like that. I bought all this stuff. I says, in case I ever go out, in case I do this, in case I do that. I don't bring a lot of stuff out anymore. You might notice, like a lot of my bikes are kind of stock at this point. I don't seem to modify it too much. The only thing I usually do is I'll put some type of side view mirror. This one's made by Hafni. Lately I've been putting on the X Nito mirrors. I have a lot of these too, so I have trying to utilize them. I don't want to bother Xnito and ask them for more of their mirrors, but I think their mirrors are better because they stick out just a little bit more, and they're cheaper too. The Xnito mirror is like $18.99, something like that. This half-knee thing is, I don't know, like 29 bucks or something like that. It costs more. It's got a little more design, but it's short. So I wish it was a little bit longer. And so anyway, I usually just put that on there. If it doesn't have a bell, I'll put a bell on there. This one has the Xnito bell, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna angle it a little bit more. I did this on my other bike too. The thing is they put this vertical, but the problem is that this part here, can you see this? Gets my thumb caught by the gear shifter, I guess the display here. So I've been typically turning it forward so I can access that bell a little bit easier with the thumb. You can do that too. I mean, it's no real big deal. I just angle it forward, and then I have more access to hitting it. Yeah, it's just something I would recommend you consider doing if you have a bell like this that needs more of a pull. See, now I got a good thumb pull on it. But when it was underneath, then this thing would get in my way. This I don't know, I'm trying to angle the camera here. So this display screen would get in the way to do it. So anyway, this little pro tip. I don't know if Xnito would do that to our next Xnito, if Euphree would automatically do that. I mean, it looks nicer when it's vertical, but I think in terms of functionality, it's actually better when it's angled this way, so I can access the thumb action quicker, not get caught up underneath here. Yeah, it's just a little pro tip. Yeah, it's you know, this early in the morning, nobody out here. I mean, usually when I'm riding, a lot of times there's not a whole lot of people out on the road either, other than some cars will be on the road with me. But you know, people have said in my area, there's like, oh, it's so quiet in your area. Well, you know, I ride at certain times of the day. I'll take a ride over here. I ride at certain times of the day. I ride on residential streets. There's not going to be much activity. I got a car behind me now. Big pothole over there. This street, I remember that pothole. I didn't hit it, but I've seen it. You look around and you see some people have cut their grass, other people have not cut their grass in a while. You can see it's kind of long. Sometimes I throttle and pedal at the same time. Do you do that? Let me know. You know, if I need a little bit of boost, I hit the throttle and kind of move me forward a little bit more. And then I start pedaling again. This guy's got a VW bus. Take a look at this. I'll angle over here. See that? It's a newer one. It's like Fluffy. You guys watch Fluffy? What's his name? Gabriel Iglesias? Is that his name? Is that his last name? Iglesias? Yeah. Comedian. Yeah, he collects VW buses. You ever see his collection? I saw there was a YouTube video of all the VW buses he's collected. And there goes the rabbit. I don't know how he got into that. It's kind of an obscure thing to collect. Some people collect sports cars. This guy collects buses. Would you call that a bus? I call it a van, I guess. Yeah. But I don't know how he got into that. It's not like Jay Leno. Jay Leno, now he collects some pretty fancy cars, right? Kind of messed him up too. His face caught on fire or something like that? Something happened. I remember that. Crazy. We got dangerous hobbies. Well, I guess if you're riding an e-bike, is that a dangerous hobby? I guess it could be. Yeah, you always have to be aware of what's going on. You know, you've got potential hazards. Yeah, I can smell that barbecue again. Yeah, you got potential hazards. You got cars, you got potholes. Yeah, people, people in your way. Well, thanks to Euphree for supplying all these bikes for me to ride. Yeah, I kind of switched from one to the next. Yeah, there's the City Robin 3, Solar Sparrow chain. There's the Stellar Falcon 2. Yep. Now we've been riding the City Robin 3 a lot more lately. While I was out in my special project area. I'll do that again. I think I'll do that again soon, because I'm going to head out there again pretty soon. And we'll ride around in the other area. And the other area is kind of interesting. It's a little nicer neighborhood, probably. And then if you go a little further, you're into the forest preserve areas. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Out here, I don't know. They're a little more picky now, getting picky. Somebody mentioned to me about Bussy Woods. I mentioned this on my other channel too. He says, well, you could ride Bussy Woods. Yeah, I know you can. According to the forest preserve things, it says you're allowed to, but you know, their signage says no motor bikes, I think it says now, something like that. Well, they're still, I think, technically talking about gas-powered bikes, like dirt bikes and stuff. But unless they specify it better, the general public has the perception that anything with a motor on it qualifies for that, including e-bikes. And so you get comments. I'm tired of the comments. I've had too many comments at Bussy Woods, so I just don't go there anymore. And somebody once told me too that even their own forest preserve officers told them they can't be on there. So they don't even know their own rules. So forget it. It's not worth it. I ride the streets, nobody says anything. I ride forest preserves, people say things. Yeah, it's public perception. I was reading also on the Nextdoor app. Do you guys have one of those things, the Nextdoor app? People commenting about bad kids riding on their e-bikes and stuff. It's the kids that really are messing it all up for a lot of us. You know, riding their e-bikes and scooters and then disregarding everything. Of course, yeah, I guess you could say, well, Russ, you don't even stop at the stop signs. That's true. That's another squirrel. That's true, but I do look around first before I go through, and I do slow down a lot of times. So, yeah, it might force me to have to do some stops. I don't really want to. At least come to a more of a stop, if you don't totally stop. Yeah, I'll give you an example. We're coming up to a stop sign. I think going in the future, I may have to start doing something like this. So watch this one. There's nobody around, okay? But I may have to do this. And then roll through it. Now, if you looked at the speedometer, it says I was doing 8 miles an hour. I don't think so. These things don't move down fast, okay? The display screens, it will move up fast, but they don't usually move down very quickly. So you could be slowing way down, but that thing it takes longer to get the digits to come down for whatever reason. Not just Euphree, but other brands too. So when you see it says 8 miles an hour, it may not actually be. It may actually be like 4 or 5. But it'll register 8. And again, people will make comments. Public perception. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I get a lot of it. You didn't stop at the stop sign, right? Well, hey. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. It gets tiring after a while. So stop at all of them. No, that's tiring too. It's tiring to do that and start up again. You ever try to start up from a dead stop? It takes more effort. Ride a bike and they'll know what I'm talking about. The thing is, guys who have been riding for a while, they know what I'm doing. They know I'm actually pretty safe on the bike. Now on this one here, sometimes I will dead stop it because there's no stopping on this crossroad. They'll just keep going on the road. All right, now here, there's nobody here, okay? There's nobody in front, back, or sides. I may do this and keep going. Now you can hear it. You can hear the brakes being hit. But did I actually do a dead stop? The answer is no. And would a cop stop you for that? Hard to say. I've talked to several cops out in this area and I asked them, what would you do? Would you stop me? And they said no. No, we see that you're slowing down, you're stopping. But you know, if you dead stop, you have to hop off the bike. I go, exactly. And this is the reason why I don't do it. Would you stop me? Would you ticket me? And they said no. They look for intent. And if I was an officer, I would probably do the same thing too. I would look for intent. But again, you know, I'm former law enforcement too. I was never a cop. I was an evidence technician. But I know the mentality, okay? I've worked with these guys for years. No, they're not interested in that. Nobody, you know, people have always said, oh, they got quotas. No, they don't. At least none of the cops I've ever worked for. And believe me, they don't want to write a ticket any much more than you want one. It's more of a headache for them. Oh, well, whatever. All right, here's a stop sign, okay? We'll slow down. There's nobody there. I'm going to go. But they can tell you're slowing down, you know. I'm not saying that if you do the way I do, you're not going to get a ticket. I'm not saying that. You might. But at least in this area, they've told me no, they're not going to bother me. But again, a lot of them know me at this point. They've seen me so many times on the roads. I mean, most of the guys who patrol this general area, they patrol the same area. They know who you are. You get to know your local law enforcement guys, they're not gonna hassle you. Now, if you're a reckless rider and they see you doing it all the time, yeah, they're gonna hassle you. Yeah, don't be an idiot, is what it's basically saying. Don't be an idiot. If you ride like the average person will ride, you'll be fine. You know, ride safely. That's what they always tell me. It says, we're just looking to make sure everyone's safe. That's it. Public safety. That's what it is. All right. Anyways, that's about all I have for you guys for today. Sun is coming out. I don't even see my headlight on the street anymore. So I'm going to head back. It's getting a little chilly. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Let me know what you do. Let me know if you get out on the early morning rides. You know, what your experiences have been. What time in the morning do you go out? Do you go out before sunrise? Do you go out after sunrise? What do you do? All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.